When you get ready to set up an aquarium, chances are you are going to base that whole aquascape on either the actual aquascape or really cool fish. I'm going to suggest you take both of those into account using 3 of my favorite aquascapes, probably of all time, as examples, and why these make 3 of the best combos you could possibly do. Welcome to the Small Scape. Yes, today I am going to be looking at 3 of my all-time, these are like top 10 aquascapes of all time, and just give you some things to think about if you are getting ready to set up an aquarium, because I tend to hyper-focus on one or the other. What fish am I putting in there, or what aquascape do I really want to do? But if you consider both of them together so that both the aquascape really kind of pops, and then also that the fish, you can see them and appreciate them, and they look even better than they would in any other aquascape. These are 3 tanks, well, besides really cool tanks to look at, which is really fun. But let's get started right away. Number 1 is, and this is going to be a theme that you'll hear a lot, go opposites. Choose opposites. So say you are like me and you love aquatic plants. This was a tank that I absolutely loved, and this was in just outside of Dallas. We were there, was it last year? The aquarium design group, and this was one tank that really kind of blew my mind because it is all green. All you see is green. There's kind of fine detail, texture differences. You've got mosses, you've got larger plants in the back just waving around and moving around, but it's basically a sea of green, which if you added, say, my favorite fish of all time, the green neon, would you be able to really see them? No, not really. So you want to pick something opposite. So if you do like a very planted aquarium, go to the opposite of the color wheel, and that's going to give you red. Red will really show off, especially these beautiful fish. Love these fish in this tank, and you can see both. You can kind of appreciate both of them. There's nothing distracting. If you have a whole bunch of different colored fish, it may distract from the aquascape. You wouldn't get to actually get to appreciate all the different varieties and textures. But the aquascape being almost like a flat green just really allows all the detail of the different plants that were used in this to really kind of shine. And then the redfish, they don't detract at all. They just totally highlight the green, so they complement each other because they are opposites. Number 2, if you do have a fish that you would like to put in an aquarium and that fish is multicolored, like these beautiful fish here. This is when we visited Melanie Holmes. An honor to see her home and all of her beautiful aquascapes. If you have a multicolored fish like the Congo tetra, beautiful, stunning fish. Also something like the Crebensis, which I've had before. These fish have a lot of different colors. Choose a background that's very muted. Driftwood can definitely be your friend here. Use a darker medium toned driftwood, mass planted, shall we say, in the aquarium that provides basically a canvas, a very muted canvas for these fish and their beautiful colors to really show off. If you were to use an aquascape that had a lot of different colors in the background, you wouldn't notice the fish right away. But in this aquascape, you can see those fish from across the room, even with my bad eyes, and they were just stunning. And it makes the complexity of the fish almost just makes the single kind of colored driftwood in the back just look that much better, because the fish are holding all the colors, so that is where the focal point is in this aquarium. Now my last example, and prepare to see other videos like this because I do have other ideas in the queue. I hope you like this kind of video. I do kind of like getting templates, and best combos to me, just super fun. You keep them in the back of your mind if you're getting ready to aquascape something. But number 3 is, if you do have a little posse of tiny fish, small fish, maybe even a big aquarium. It doesn't even have to be a big aquarium, but you want to see those small fish, and even if they have nice little details, like you got the exclamation rasbora, You have maybe chili rasboras, just any kind of small little fish, even like a lamprey rasbora, anything with little detail, CPD, celestial pearl danio, any kind of small fish that you want to be able to see, I would recommend that you go to the opposite and use very large, say, driftwood. You could use large rocks as well, but it's an opposite. Small fish, large driftwood. And in this tank, this is one of my all-time favorite tanks. And I know Mr. Primetime, this is one of his as well. I remember it was from the aquatic experience, for those of you who remember those aquatic experiences in either Chicago or New Jersey. They were super fun. And this one was, I believe, from 2019. This tank just absolutely blew my mind. I love it till this day, and I always wanted our 150. I wanted to do some kind of scape just like this because it was a happy place for me. Just to watch all these different groups of fish swimming all around. It's like a little underwater forest. Love it. But the thing that always stuck in my mind were the pieces of driftwood. They're very large. They're very dark. They're almost to the middle or almost foreground of the aquarium. And then that allows these tiny little fish to swim in front, and you don't miss them. They really show off, and you can really see them. And it's just something that I've kept in mind. So you can, for these examples, you can go opposites with color. Go to the color wheel. If you have a mass planted tank, lots of green, you could go orange, red, any of those colors really show up. Or you just let one of the two, your aquascape or your fish, hold all the color. The other one kind of takes the background and lets the other one shine. Or you just go with size. If you've got small fish, use large aquascaping supplies, driftwood, rock, etc. And you can really highlight both of your inhabitants in the aquarium and just appreciate that much more. So I hope these give you some ideas to think about. Let me know if you have some favorite combos that you like to do. Do you have a favorite fish that you love to pair for whatever reason with a specific kind of aquascaping supply? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.